Join us on the 17th of February. Feb. And car's running, which is rad. And I'm now going to spend some time dialing in the linkages, putting the center console back together, and then we're finally back on the road. Thank God. So I've got high range and low range open diff, but I can't select the center diff lock, so that needs adjusting. Right, I think that's got it. We're finally back in action again. It's been 2 months pretty much being out of it. Really overgrown. It's amazing how much it's changed. We're here to take all the bins and empty up all the junk from the wedding. It's been here rotting ever since, so it's going to be a nice task. Cleaned up all the bins, got that ready to go to the tip. It smells vile. We're getting out of here.
So we've been having some pretty serious fires around the last 2 days, and unfortunately today we had a baby kangaroo brought in with some minor burns to the hind legs and under the feet, and brought him home for care over the weekend. So I'm just getting his dinner ready. He's been a lot more lively and bright since we warmed him up and he started feeding, which is great. So we're going to go see how he is now. Look. So you can see his bandaged legs. He's got some burns to the back of his elbows as well, which were treated this afternoon. They're just going to be difficult to bandage because they'll just be a bit restricting to his movement, but keep an eye on that.
Come down today to kind of tidy up a bit more than we did last time. The bus is still full of stuff. We've got some furniture and the marquees that we bought, and I'll just pull all this out. Fairy lights hanging up. Yeah, I want to kind of get it nice and clean, and then I'll probably take these panels off and get started back on the insulation. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Looks like we've had a breach. Something's come in through the gators, and I think they're nesting up behind the panels. These little mice friends. I'm gonna have to evict. quite a lot of mouse evidence around the place, so I think I'm gonna have to give it a good mop tomorrow. I'm gonna need to get the generator and the hoover as well to clean up that end. Can't really sweep out up in the footwell on that. I'm gonna take off this panel, at least this one, that's looks like it's got the nest in there. We'll see what it looks like. So it looks like they're kind of running right along. Yeah, proper little nest. They even dragged some of the decorations in. Get a hoover in tomorrow and tidy all this up. Little buggers. So that's about as much as I can do today. I'm gonna just go and check how much of the spray foam we've got left. I'm probably gonna pick up new respirator filters tomorrow, maybe like a painting overall suit thing. And then tomorrow I'll come along with the generator, bring the hoover, give it a really good clean, get all these panels off, and yeah, I guess start insulating again. You can see it hasn't, because we've used two different kinds of this spray foam. One of them's really cheap, got it in bulk online, it's not as good, and then the other one's really expensive, and we got that in kind of local hardware store. It's about twice the cost per can, but it expands, you know, 3 or 4 times its own, you know, initial size, whereas the other one kind of stays about the same size as it is when you spray it on. So you can see how, you know, gappy and patchy it is. The other one really would have just filled up all that space, but you can see where it's been sprayed on, it's just left all these gaps. We really need to have contact everywhere. So yeah, I have to go over it with another going. I might get the good stuff and then just kind of fill the gaps, see how that looks. Yeah, I'll make a call on that. It's a bit of a dramatic start to the day. Sorry about the camera, this is the cracked phone. Just had an alert saying that we've got a fire on our road, so I'm on my way down and I got the alert. I've had a couple of neighbours get in touch with me saying that they're going to head there now with their fire trailers and put anything out if there's any danger. Yeah, high risk, man. We've had bushfires all week, so this is yeah, a little sketchy. Wasn't a major fire, thank God. There was a truck down there, a CFA truck, come down to kind of take a look, but apparently the fire had been put out before they got here, which is good news. I don't know for certain, but the word on the street is that somebody thought it was a good idea to have a fire in their garden during a total fire ban, and another neighbour called the CFA to come and have a look. Hopefully they've learnt their lesson. Thousands of hectares have just gone up in smoke, not very far from here at all. We've had planes and helicopters fighting it day and night, and to light a fire in the middle of the bush when it's this hot and you've got a fire ban across the entire state, it just doesn't make any sense. It's going through your head. Also got some other bad news as well. I'm afraid the little Joey didn't make it, couldn't get any heat into it. You know, it was on a heat pad and it was wrapped in a blanket and had a heater next to it and did everything it could, but yeah, it's very difficult without the mother, and it just wouldn't feed, just refused to drink milk. So yeah, unfortunately this morning it slipped away, so Lucy's pretty upset, you can imagine. But she tried, she did her best, and these things happen, unfortunately. Finally managed to get the driver's seat base up. This was stuck for a very long time, and I just gave it a hit with the persuader and it came out finally. These bolts totally rusted through. They've got nuts on the other side, I think, and they're not going anywhere. So yeah, these are going to be snipped off and then get this out. And then finally I've opened up the driver's side. this is the driver's seat base. Now this is something I could have done with a few weeks ago. So it's got this scissor action to raise and lower it, which is exactly how a transmission jack works. It's about the right size. All I have to do is make some heavy duty casters for it and some kind of top to cradle a transmission and have a gearbox jack. I'm going to have a crack at getting the spray foam insulation started. I'll start with one side, see how that goes, and then transfer the panels across, do the other side. It's actually pretty good. So you can see how deep it is. It goes right back to my knuckle there. Let's come out to the bar. So yeah, it's a good kind of 2 inches at least. So I've got about 10 panels left to go. I've got 11 cans, so I might as well just put them in and yeah, use that up on the walls. And then what I'll do at the end with the other one, the better spray foam, I'll have a crack at this. Try and do the ceiling, see if I can get it to stick to the top. There's the whole side done. Way thicker, it's probably 2 or 3 times thicker now, or deeper. Come out really well. I've still got a bit left of the cheap foam in this can, so I'll start on this and see how that goes, and then when that runs out I'll move on to the other one, give it that crack. So it goes on pretty well. It's the angle of the can, because once it kind of goes upside down, it won't spray. So yeah, it's just kind of trying to wrangle it into a position, but it goes on, it sticks okay. But yeah, this one won't expand too far, I don't think. So we'll give the other one a crack and see how that ends up. I've prized off this from an old can and nipped off the top of that as well. See if this will go in again. Well, it's on. Let's see if it will work. Like a dream. Sweet. Right, well, the expensive one that expands a lot is dreadful to get up on a vertical or upside down surface. But the other one, the cheap one, does the job as long as you go slowly. It might take 2 passes to build up the depth, but at least it stays on. So yeah, I'll probably order another couple of boxes in a week, do the other wall, and then move on to doing the ceiling. Might be quite a bit of work before it'll be finished, but it should transform this place, make it a bit more comfortable in the sun and in the winter. Well, I guess that does us for another month. I feel like I'm back in the swing of it now. Hopefully next month will be a bit more productive, back on track. See you then.